Wait, so Gary, I'm going to ask you this next question. How are you thinking about getting teams physically back to work? Or maybe better said, what do you think those next steps are, when appropriate, to stage into the new normal?
That's a great question, and it's one that's kept me up a lot. I'm sure the other people on this call can imagine.
I think all of us.
Yes. So I think one thing is we want to do it legally right. So when the state of Illinois has lifted its current shelter in place, that'll be about a time where we start considering it. I think for me, it will definitely be a team decision about what that transition process looks like, as opposed to me just say, hey, everyone come to work on Monday. There are some people in the business who are itching to get out of their house and itching to get back to the office because we love working together. There are others who are more, have a lot more anxiety about their travel to work and interacting with folks on the train or on the bus and their commute, that might expose them to kind of the after effects or the kind of second phase of the outbreak. So I think it will be a team collective decision, but it will be in keeping with what the CDC is suggesting and what the state of Illinois is legally authorizing. But it's a for sure evolving framework, because I've never had to think about when to let people back to work or not. So we are currently making that decisions together, but it's something that will evolve, I'm sure.
I think it's the $1 million question, right? I think it's going to be different for every single company. What I think there has been is this work from home stigma of, some companies are great with work from home, but there are other ones that are like, people aren't really working from home. Well, I think people have found out that some people are incredibly productive working from home. And sometimes it is that personality, that extrovert versus the introvert versus, all of that. So it sort of has, for our company, it's forced us to sort of look at individuals and how well they work. But here, so Lou, I want to turn it over to you. I want to ask you what you think the new normal looks like. And again, I know it's going to be different for every company. I think this is like the $2 million question. But what do you think the new normal looks like?
New normal for the working in office, work from home.
Well, yeah, and in general, right? I think just when you look at business, what does the new normal look like?
I think in the world of manufacturing, there will be a new normal that embraces flexibility and responsiveness of supply chains in a way that has been talked about for a while, but has not been fully embraced. I think it presents companies to think differently about their global footprints and producing closer to home, closer to where demand is. That also means you need to have the design and innovation muscles that can leverage that footprint. And so I think it opens up a lot of strategic questions for manufacturing companies. I think fortunately we're in a world where there are amazing new tools in this digital age to allow companies to build new supply chains and new manufacturing models that can dramatically accelerate the pace of innovation and much more efficiently and sustainably make products where they're needed around the world. Whether that's additive manufacturing, new tools of digital design, or at Fast Radius, we have a vision for something we call the fourth modality of logistics, and that is throughout human history, we move parts three ways: by ground, by air, and by sea. Now we have a fourth mode of transport, which is moving parts through the internet at the speed of light and producing them where you need them around the world. And that will be a new normal. There is no question over the coming decades that the fourth modality of logistics will have a profound impact on how global supply chains work. We're not there yet, but we see that on the horizon, and we think the challenging time that we're going through now reinforces the importance of creating those new structures and that new normal.